Hey there friends, this is Barb Ryder, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you with a pre-recorded video since I'm not available to go live on this Thursday. I hope that you are checking this out and will recreate this special card that I have for you. It is a fun fold and it's featuring the Label Me Grateful, and that will be my club for the month of August. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description of the video that you can go to and RSVP, and there'll be more details about the club in a separate little video clip. So thanks for joining me. Let me know that you're here and that you are watching. I hope that you'll enjoy what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down and we're going to get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to be using Label Me Grateful, along with, we need Lost Lagoon. I am also using this gorgeous paper that is in a suite that is now back in stock. Everything is back in stock. Some of the things were out for a bit, but I just got a notice they're back in stock. Florals in Bloom 12 by 12 designer paper. Now, I also know that during the month of August, we have a special 15% off anything that has the 25 to 27 in colors in there. There's lots of in color, the 5 in colors in this designer paper. So I'm guessing, I'm recording this before the sale starts, so I'm not sure, but I'm guessing this might be part of the sale at 15% off. This is gorgeous paper. So I wanted to share that with you. We'll also need our trimmer. You're also going to need a pencil to recreate this this project, or this fun fold. I guess that's the right way to say it. So anyway, let's get started with what we have going on. The fun fold that I'm creating is called Diamond Double Gatefold. Okay, so you are going to need a piece of I have two-tone cardstock here. This is Pool Party. I'm hoping that the lighting, I don't know, every time I try to do this with better lighting, I just never get the result I want. So anyway, hopefully you can see this just fine. But this is, the size is, let me find it, 5 1/4 by 12 of, I have two-tone cardstock, and you'll need two-tone unless you use 2 different colors, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to score this. This is our main, this is the main part of the fun fold. And we need to pull out our arm because we're going to start out, we're going to pull this all the way. This is where I find it easier to start at the longest number. So I'm going to score this at 10. Okay. So I'm gonna, and make sure that your dark is at the top. Julie Salva, she's another demonstrator. I heard her say, "Park the dark," and I think that is so awesome. You park the dark because we are scoring. So you take the light one, and you're gonna score at 10. Okay, and then we're gonna score, pull it over to 8, and score it at 8. Then we are going to score at 4. And last, we're going to score at 2. Okay? Now, it's up to you on which side you want your two-tone cardstock to show. We're still going to need our cutter here, our trimmer. So, if you turn that, see how this is light, this is the lighter side and this is the darker side. I want the darker side to be up, so I'm gonna turn it this way, and so see how that ends up with the light. I don't want it. The dark is, if you want the dark side up, have the dark facing you. That's the best way to put it. Okay, there's that, and then this is gonna fold back, and this score line goes in, and then this folds back. Okay, so this creates our gatefold. Alrighty. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to measure down 2 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I am going to use my my line, my 2-inch up here at the top. Now you could take a ruler and do it, but I have my cutter here and I want to show you how easy it is to do this with your trimmer. So what you need to do is you need to measure 2 inches on this side. So what I'm going to do is actually turn this over here like this. And let's see, what I need is I need to see the 2, and the I need this 2, I need to make a tick mark at the 2 inches. So here's my 2, and make sure it's straight. And this is the cutting line, so I'm just going to make a little mark right there, little pencil tick mark, so I can see that. I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to do the same thing. You need to make sure that you are doing 2 inches from the point here. Now I'm going to do it the opposite way here. Okay, I'm going to put it in the cutter and then I'm going to go over to the 2, because that way it's the same, meaning I'm 2 inches down here and 2 inches down here. All right, now what you have to do, you need to line this up so that you have an angle coming from the score to the pencil mark. So I've got the score is in my cutter line, and then holding that there, I'm just going to pivot my cardstock so that my tick mark is in the cutter line. Whoops, there we go. Score is there, tick mark is here, and line that up, because now I'm going to cut this. Take your cutter, and I'm going to cut it from the score line down to the tick mark. So that gives me a triangle, and you're going to be using that. Okay, now you're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do it the opposite angle, where I have the tick mark up here and my score line down here, because I need to make sure the angle is the same. You need the same angle. All right, this is the easiest way for me to do it, just like that. So there's my 2 triangles. And when I pull this around and move this out of the way so you can see, this is what I have. You have these corners cut off. All right. Now, I have a little bit of pencil mark left here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off on both sides. Okay. Now, the rest of what we need is matching cardstock. So I have things that go together, coordinate together, and I have the designer paper, and that's where I just pulled these colors out of the designer paper. So let me grab all the things that we need here. I've got them over here to the side. 1 second. Here and here. Okay, so what I've done is I have used, we're using the Label Me Grateful and Lost Lagoon. I have used 2 of the standalone dies from this wonderful stamp set. I love these sentiments in here. And then these dies, you have, well, they're all standalone dies, meaning that you can use them on anything. You don't have to use them with this stamp set. However, the die that fits the sentiments works wonderful with those sentiments. Okay, I have taken a piece of basic white and cut one of the stylish shape circles that fits my sentiment, and we'll stamp that on there in just a second. Like I said, I've cut out couple of the dies. You can see them probably better on the paper there. I only need 2. I cut extra because I have another card too. Anyway, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 strawberry slush. I have cut a piece of another piece of strawberry slush, which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square. So that means my designer paper is going to be 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 square. Then I have 2 strips that we're going to use, and these designer paper strips are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. I'm pretty sure. Let me grab my ruler here. 1 3/4 by 5. 1 3/4 by 5. Right? Yeah, 1 3/4 by 5. And I think I'm missing my inside piece. Let me grab a piece of white and cut that down. that needs to be 3 3/4 by 5. So let me grab my cutter right here and just cut this out really quick. This is a 1/2 sheet, so I'm just going to go over to 3 3/4 right there, and by 5. Go over to the 5, trim that up. There we go. Okay, that's for my inside. All right. So let's go ahead. Once you get the cutting part done, this really is an easy card. So I'm stamping "You're the Best" with Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to stamp that in my circle here. And let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I will come down just a little bit there. Okay, so I've got a little space at the top, but that's okay. I want it that way. All right. And I'm just going to close that up. I don't know what I want in the inside. I was looking at the sentiments. I might even put some of the die cutting on the inside. Just clean my stamp off here. Okay. All right. Let's put this together. Now, what makes this so fun is the two-tone cardstock. Okay. I told you I wanted the dark on the top, so you can see the two tones there. And I'm going to take this piece, and I want the light side, and I'm going to glue it down right there. Okay, let me grab my silicone mat, and just double checking again. I want my light side up, so I'm going to put the adhesive on the dark side, and that is going to go right here on that front flap. Okay, this front flap right, whoops, sorry, I'm down a little bit. On this front flap right here, one triangle is going to go there. Now see how that makes a different shape when you have the two light pieces there? Okay, so that's the dark, so I need the light side up there, and then this is going to go on the left. Now, I got this idea from Robin Armbrecht. I watched her do this fun fold. And then again, this is going to go right down here at the bottom, all the way to the bottom and to the left. Just like that. Sorry, I keep getting out of the screen. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you've ever seen this fold before, let me know. I've seen the gatefold, but I don't think I've seen this style of the fold. All right, so there is going to be the front of our card. Now let's do some things on the inside. We have our designer paper here, so let's go ahead and put these strips on the inside. This is the back side. It's kind of got Darling Duckling and looks like Calypso Coral and what is that color? I can't think of it. Why can't I think of the name of that color? The peachy color that we have, the light peach. Darn, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, this is going to get centered into that score section there. See that? Just like that. And then let's take this piece, and that's also going to go on the other side. Okay, making sure you're right side up if you have directional paper, and kind of match it up with the other side so that I'm going straight across. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Then our white piece that we cut, which is 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to go on the inside here. This is where you'll put your message or your another sentiment, or stamp something in here, whatever you'd like. Just like that. That's what we have so far. All right, so this is actually going to close like this. let me grab my bone folder and let's crisp up those folds so this folds down. Now you could make a belly band if you wanted to, if you've done that before. I'm not going to make a belly band. I think it's okay if it doesn't completely close. I'll be okay with that. All right, so there is that. All right. Oh, I was wondering why. Let me see if I can do this and see if it'll close tighter. It's still going to pop up a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this together. After I cut this designer paper, I realized that this goes at the diamond angle like this, but my paper is directional like this. But I think I'll be okay how I'm going to put this together. It's going to be okay that it's at an angle, I guess, is what I'm getting, all I'm saying. So this is going to be centered right on so that you have equal edges. If I can do that. Boy, I am crooked. Hold on here. There we go. Okay, there's that. Now, one of the tricks here is you don't want to put adhesive all over the back. You only need it on one side because you need this to be able to open up like this. Okay, so you got to be careful about that. And again, this has got to go at the diamond angle, just like that. So I'm going to only put adhesive on one side. And maybe I'll put it on that side. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on this side over here. So I'm going to put my finger here because I don't want adhesive past my finger. So I need adhesive on this edge only. Okay. Just put that down good. Okay, that should work really well. All right, and again, I'm kind of at an angle, but I think I made it work fine. I think it's going to be just fine, even though this is kind of directional. If you line up your points, you're going to stay within your card. Okay? See that? Just like that so far. Okay, now let's take these pieces and do a little something here. All right, I don't want to cover up I want this to come off the edge just a tad, so I think I'm going to come over this way with this piece. I'm going to bring this little strawberry slush, I don't know, let me see here, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to go behind, I don't know, maybe I'll cut these down and come on the top and just make these a little smaller because they still look great even though they're a little bit small. Okay, I think that might work better. All right, we're gonna do or die here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut these off and we're gonna make this smaller. So I'm just gonna come in here and boop, snip that off. Okay, there we go. So let's see here. If I come over this away, just like that, I'm trying to keep some of that strawberry slush showing there. Let's do that. And I miss having you guys with me live to give me some feedback. Maybe I think we're gonna, and we'll get some gems. That's what we'll do. We'll get some gems and put those here. Okay, I got it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this kind of right here, just like that. And then I'm going to take, I'm gonna pop this up, but I want to get some twine first, some of the linen thread, and let's see if I can do a few loops here and just give it some fun look behind. I'm just trying this out. I'm not really sure because I didn't pre-make the card, because the fun fold, I just kind of got all the pieces kind of together where what I wanted to do. Okay, that's what I want. I just want to give it something extra, like some extra dimension. And then we're going to take this and put this here, or we're going to start over. I think maybe I'd rather have a little bow. Let's see what that looks like. Not so much linen thread behind. Let's see if I like that better, because I've got the space at the top. And if we do this, then we can come on top of here with the linen thread. Okay, I think I like that. That's what I'm going to do. So let's get a little bit of adhesive on this bottom section here. And I am going to pop this up with dimensionals, but let's see. I want to get it right in the right spot. Just like that. All right, let's grab those dimensionals now. Hopefully, this is a pretty easy, all right, Barb, you got to make sure that you're not off the thing there. There we go. Okay. This is a pretty easy fun fold. And again, I want to make sure, because this is going to open and you don't want dimensionals off the edge there. Okay. I think I'm going to just come right up there. That's what I did. I just put those dimensionals kind of right up towards that top. Okay. Let's get this on here. There we go. Just like that. Here is my bow, so let me trim that. Let's grab our fantastic mini glue dots. I am actually going to roll this before I pull it off. It's kind of like this little tube that I have rolled up, and that's going to go on the back of my bow. And I kind of want that bow right over there, just like that. And let's see what kind of gems I have. Let's take a look. I have these yellow and green. They're new ones. I don't know what the name is, but let me find them. I'm looking right now in my stash. Hold on. I don't know the, I'm almost there. I know I have them because there's a yellow in it that I think will look really nice if I can get it. Okay, here we go. There's yellow and green and kind of the Lost Lagoon in here. So let me grab those out. They are low profile sparkle dots. And you can, I've got yellow, green, and then this is kind of the pretty peacock, darker color. So I was thinking that I would put some over here in this like open space. That yellow's kind of pretty. Let me see, I think that's a little bit too dark. Let's go with the yellow. I'm just going to go ahead with the yellow, and I'm going to go with the little yellow, the tinier one here. Let's add one. So there's some yellow color up there by that, and then let's get the bigger one. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see but how I like it. Put it here. Let's put that one right there. So we're kind of adding a little sparkle and yellow to pull that yellow kind of across the page. I think that's good. I think I like that. Just those two. I'm not going to go anywhere else with the sparkles except just like that. I think the biggest key here of what I want you to see is how that two-tone cardstock just makes all the difference. Let me bring this up closer to the camera, and you can see the difference in the colors using one sheet of paper with this special fold. Okay, and then the way it opens like this. So you have pretty on the inside, and then you have gorgeous on the outside. And this is using the Label Me Grateful, which will be my Blessing Box monthly club, for August, which you can sign up using the link that I have put in the description. You can ask me questions, whatever I can help with, I'm here to do that. But I hope that you've enjoyed this little card and that you were able to see something fun, even though I wasn't here live with you. But I will be back once we are done with our little vacation, and I hope that you'll join me next time. Thanks for watching, and let me see if I can do that. Anyway, there you go. Have a wonderful evening or day or morning, whatever time you're watching this. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye-bye.